The Prodigal Son, a story of forgiveness and God's love. There was once a wealthy man who had two sons. One day, the younger son came to his father and said, "Father, give me the share of the inheritance that belongs to me." Though saddened by the request, the father divided his possessions and gave the younger son his share. A few days later, the young man packed his belongings and left home for a distant country. He was excited. He believed freedom, happiness, and success were waiting for him. At first, life seemed wonderful. He spent his money freely. He attended celebrations, made new friends, and enjoyed every pleasure he could find. But there was one problem. His new friends loved his money more than they loved him. As time passed, the young man spent everything he had. Then disaster struck. A severe famine came upon the land. Food became scarce. The young man became desperate. With no money, no friends, and no place to turn, he found work feeding pigs. Every day he watched the pigs eat while his own stomach remained empty. He became so hungry that even the food given to the pigs looked appealing. Sitting alone one day, he began to think. He remembered his father's house. He remembered the kindness of his father. He remembered that even the servants in his father's home had enough food to eat. Then he said to himself, "I will return to my father. I will tell him that I have sinned against heaven and against him. I am no longer worthy to be called his son. Perhaps he will allow me to work as one of his servants." With a humble heart, the young man began the long journey home. Every step was filled with regret. Every step was filled with uncertainty. Would his father reject him? Would his father even recognize him? But while he was still far away, something incredible happened. His father saw him. The father had never stopped watching. He had never stopped hoping. The moment he recognized his son, he ran toward him. He embraced him tightly. The son began to speak. "Father, I have sinned against heaven and against you. I am no longer worthy to be called your son." But before he could finish, the father called to his servants, "Quickly, bring the finest robe and put it on him. Prepare a feast and let us celebrate. For this son of mine was dead and is alive again. He was lost and now is found." And a great celebration began. Music filled the house. Joy filled every heart. The son who had wandered away was finally home. This story reminds us of God's love. No matter how far we have gone, no matter how many mistakes we have made, God welcomes those who return to Him with a sincere heart. The prodigal son was lost, but he was found. And just like that father, God welcomes His children home. The end.